Good evening, everyone.
Howdy.
How are we all this Thursday evening?
All right.
Oh, no, you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm going to move all day. Thanks to church.
So, yes, I do apologise for yesterday.
So,
Yes, I had this banging head all day. I don't know whether it's my sinuses or what it is, but hey ho, these things happen. Oh, do. Hey?
not real.
Oh, well.
The TikTok ad.
Man's we're Repolo or something. I don't know. Flow, something. I don't know.
Quick fit.
It's something about medication. Anyway, I was just trying to figure it out. What this advertised? It's a digital pharmacy. So yeah, I was just trying to figure out what the advertisement is, but that advertisement's nearly over. I've just worked it out. It's for a digital pharmacy. So yeah.
Oh, I said that. It says one.
But I've got a 4 minute and 42 ad.
Ooh.
So there you go. So 2 here on start. So yeah. Time of Grace Ministry. It's something to do with anxiety or whatever. Anyway, but I'm sure there'll be a few more in a bit. I'll
just gonna wait a while.
Yeah, just waffle on.
Come on, where are you?
Yes. Well, you can tell everybody about it in a bit.
No, it's not a
yeah, that kind of toy. So yes, it's going to be another cold one tonight. It was -4 here this morning. So cold and cold. So right, I thought I'd gone out. Hello to the 3 watching. Hiya, Laura. How are you?
Hi up, Laura. Long time no see.
So yeah, I think I had a bit of a sinus problem yesterday. If you can see, like on my forehead, I always get like this red mark here when my sinuses is playing up, and I've had it since yesterday. Only way I can describe it is my head were buzzing, my ears were hurting me, and etc. So, apart from that, I feel a lot better today. I had a.
She's just put Madam to bed.
Did you think she'd put her mum to bed? I mean, I know Joy's getting on a bit, but she's not got to that stage where she's got to put her mum to bed. On about Jesus and whatever on this advert. So yeah, like when you monetize like me, Laura, you like get adverts before it. And this one's waffling on about Jesus and whatever. Not that I'm interested. But hey ho, how's this weather suiting you, Laura?
I'm Dad.
I am Dad. How are you? So yeah, it were -4 here this morning. So it were blooming cold. So I've just been saying, Amjad, I had like a sinus job yesterday. You can probably still see it on my forehead. I always get like a red mark there when it's my sinuses. Hiya, Steve.
Steve Ball.
Yeah, I'm a lot better than I were, Steve. I had a bit of sinus problem yesterday, so much so it were like verging on a migraine, and you know, it were like sort of affecting my eyesight as well. My eyesight were.
No.
Do we have a no?
No, we don't. Our TVs we've got to turn on by ourselves. They're not that smart, you know.
No, we
No, we ain't got one, pal.
Callum did his last class today. Amjad, he's off now. So yeah. But this is the thing, isn't it, Laura? You know what I mean? It's same as I says. The only places I've been at doctors tell me B12 injections. Apart from that, I've not gone out. Full stop. So I think we're all going a bit stir crazy at the moment. So yeah, so I have these problems with my sinuses every now and again. Vanilla. I'm done. Not let me forget that, will he?
Vanilla 1.6.
Okay, I need you to download Plex to your computer if you can. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Chris?
I think I've used Plex before, I think.
So yeah, and with this cold weather, you know, Vanilla Kitty. Well, at least you laughed about it, Amjad. You know what I mean? I mean, some people might have got a little bit offended about it, but it were a genuine slip of the tongue. And she says, "Oh, you know, she thought it were cute." You know what I mean? But
I'll do it now, Steve. Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, he's going to do it now, Steve.
Interrupting me football.
It's all right. He's watching Barnsley and Chelsea. Only for the fact whoever wins it, they play next. Oh, talking to Chris. Ha, fine. Oh dear. But
I could actually do it on a fire stick, but then it's me missing football.
So yeah, you know, apart from that, I had a little bit of an headache this morning, but I had a soaking bath, and I think steam and whatever's done it good. You know what I mean? Because I feel a lot better. I still have to keep blowing my nose, but I made Chris laugh this morning because I said to him, I says, I reckon sinuses are affecting my eyes. So he says, in what way? I says, well, I sort of sat here at my computer the early hours of this morning, and my eyes were like streaming, like so, like it was like I was crying, but it weren't. So he says, well, that's a strange one. I've never heard that one before. But yeah. So yeah, it just looked like I were crying. So I says, I wonder if your sinuses affect your eyes. You know what I mean? And you know, anyway, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know a lot about it, but I do know that it may sound like I've got a cold, but it's like all my sinuses and everything. Vanilla Terry, 1.6. Oh dear. I'll never live that one down. If you're wondering what we're talking about, Steve, on the baking stream the other night, Vanessa Kitty were in, and for some reason, I says vanilla. I don't know why. This is our sort of, you know, everything, you know, lockdown and everything's affecting me. I called her Vanilla, and she thought it was cute. You know what I mean? She says, oh, that could be my stage name, Vanilla. You keep safe, Jeanette. Try not to kill Chris. And Chris, I have not missed you shouting at the screen when you're watching football. Oh.
Come on, Barnsley! All singles, aren't we?
Yeah. But yeah, same as I say, you know, it oh vanilla. It was just a slip of tongue. Well, I don't know why it come out how it did. But I was talking to Tracy as well yesterday because she messaged me to see if we're all right. So she says, I think this lockdown's sending us all potty. She says, I'm getting ever so forgetful. I says, well, I says, think of me. I says, I'm the only person that I know that can be saying something and then forget what I was saying halfway through it. You know what I mean? So, you know, join the club. I'll start saying something and then I'll keep saying, what were I saying? You know what I mean?
It's initializing, Steve.
Oh.
Yeah, commentary now.
We're getting a blow by blow.
Oh. Might take a while because it don't like it when I've got too many applications.
It says some of these movies are not even in the theatres yet. Lol, yeah, baby. Chris is more of a movie guy than what I am. You know, so me and Kate said it in the chat on Tuesday streaming. Found it funny, yeah. But I mean, I think actually Vanessa thought it were funny as well. You know what I mean? It were. So yeah. So I've spoke to Bella this morning. She's still not 100%, but she's a lot better than what she was. I think she was doing some filming because she got like this short wig on, and I says, I thought for a minute, I said, looking, I thought you'd had your hair cut. And she went, no. She says, it's you. She says, you're worrying me that much. She says, all my hair's dropped out, like, you know, having a laugh. So I've spoke to Kate as well. She's not doing too good. So I says to her, get off to bed and get some rest, you know. You know, she'd got a bit of a chill today. So, yeah, you know, I like to keep what I say, like abreast with my friends and make sure they're all right. So I says to her, she says, I might be watching, but I might not chat, if you know what I mean. So I says, yeah, that's fine. So long as you get some rest, that's, you know, that's the main thing. But yeah, the cakes went down very well with Chris and Callum. If I'm honest, and I'm being 100% honest here, I says to Chris, I weren't a fan because they're very chocolatey. They were a bit on sweet side. You know what I mean? Because obviously they've got cocoa in it, they got dark chocolate, and then they got milk chocolate. So they were very too much information, Steve, there. But yeah, it were -4 here. And up in Scotland, what did they say? -21 in Scotland. You know, -4's cold, but -21, you know, it's don't stand still too long or you might freeze to the ground, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, I'm just glad we don't live in Scotland.
Vanilla instead of Vanessa.
No, I completely forgot about that, Amjad. You know, we were just like chit-chatting, you know, what, you know.
General chit-chat.
You know, how you doing and blah, 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 you know what I mean? That sort of thing, you know. Jennifer! So, yeah. Bad thing about this weather, though, it's been playing havoc with my joints.
It doesn't matter. Okie dokie.
So, yeah. It will like, overnight, Chris always puts me some of that Algicel cream on, and I says, can you put me some, even like my hands, my fingers, my wrists, you know? And I says, basically, I says, just squirt old tube on me. I says, and I've done with it. I says, because basically everything hurts me. You know, I says, just slap old tube on. You know, every joint possible. You know, my fingers is like clicking and hurting me, and oh dear. Roll on summer, that's all I can say.
No, that went her.
Oh dear. But it's like, you know, we've had a lot of rain, you know, and it's the dampness and the coldness, and that's what's doing it. So yeah. I'm just as you were a bit down and happy, a bit of mix. I think it's the lockdown. You know, it's same here, Amjad, you know what I mean? It's you try to make light of things, but you know, you know, it's oh, that were a thing as well. I was watching the news earlier on, and apparently they've been trying this new treatment in Chesterfield, which is like 10 minutes down road from us. Sausage surprise. Anyway, it's a mixture of a rheumatoid arthritis drug and something else. And they found, because you know, they've been testing it out, and apparently it makes the like people that have been on ventilators get better quicker. You know, it's not a vaccine for said virus or anything, but it helps them. I don't know why or how, but it's like a rheumatoid arthritis drug and something else. I forget what it's called now. Oh,
I am a lady.
I am a lady. Pond froze a bit last night. Gordon Bennett, we got up this morning, my lady, it were -4. Oh yeah, it says that we're on news tonight that one of local reservoirs had frozen over, because it was like taking you around country, and you know, sort of what sort of temperatures it were overnight. Sorry about that. I'm just glad we don't live in Scotland, because it were -21 in Scotland.
Yorkshire weather.
Yeah. Hiya Tracy, how are you? I'm feeling a lot better. I've just been saying, Tracy, when I get trouble with my sinuses, I don't know whether you can see it or not, but I've got like a red patch on my forehead. And that sort of happens when it's trouble with my sinuses and all. So my fish are cold. Well, you'll have to put them in your wellies, my lady, to keep them and bring them in and keep them warm, or knit them some little fishy suits or hat and scarf. Obviously, you can't lift them any gloves because they ain't got any hands. So I had a bit of a soaking bath this morning, and I think all steam and whatever has slightly helped it a bit. But yeah, -21 in Scotland. Yeah, right. Oh dear.
Remember that advert? I think it was a whiskey advert where he's walking down with with swimming trunks on. Well, I'll be like that, but with mankini on.
Yeah.
Strutting my stuff in.
Yeah. He only went out to Asda and he come back in and he were going. Brrr. He says, "Is that heating on?" And that were only just down to his local Asda, so I don't know about going in up Scotland in -21.
Oh, crap, I've got to take bin out, haven't I?
It's just suddenly realised, because Friday's our bin day. Well, my lady will know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about, I don't know whether you come in... Oh, well, this is it. I mean, it's like Callum Amjad. We like him to tell us if there's anything, that's on his mind and whatever. So it does help to tell somebody. Yeah, a Chesterfield hospital. It didn't say what hospital, but it says they're trialing this. It's a rheumatoid arthritis drug and mixed with something else. And basically, they were talking to this woman, and like she got COVID, but they said to her, "Do you want to take part in these trials?" And she had it, and within a few days, she was off ventilator and out of hospital.
Oh.
So it's not a cure for it. It's just saving people's lives as regarding, it somehow boost the, I don't know.
That one.
Yeah, Tracy said she had to go to school. She had to go into school today to pick some work up, and they walked it to a local shop. I had to get Johnny to pick me up as we were frozen solid.
Yeah.
So it's trialing it in Chesterfield, and it's a mixture of a rheumatoid arthritis drug and something else. And I don't know whether it boosts the lung capacity or whatever it does, but it's sort of, like where people are dying from it. This is like boosting them so they don't get.
I sent it there, Steve.
Wimps. But I'm only saying what it said on news, Johnny. It's a rheumatoid arthritis drug, and it's something else, and it's basically the ones that they're offering it to are like on ventilators and and struggling to breathe and whatever. So I just thought I'd sort of spread the word, that the oh no, them two, yeah.
Dr. Endale.
Hiya, Dr. Smith. Those two being frozen. Kira Tracy. Anyway, but yeah. But I mean, I didn't envy Chris because he went out in it, Johnny, and he come back and he went, and he got gloves on and everything. So he says, "Hope that heating's on." He says, "Why is it a bit cold out there when you come in?" And he says, "Okay, got it. Hold on." So yeah. So, and apparently it's going to be another freezing one tonight. But it's like me. I mean, look at me, right? I've got a lot of layers of padding, right? But I still feel cold. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? -3 here. But yeah, it's going to be another cold one tonight. And same as I say, I've got loads of padding, but I still feel cold. So, it's, it's either you can either put up with cold or you can't, you know what I mean? And I just can't, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know whether it's going opposite way now, but hiya, Paul, how are you?
Oh, no, Paul.
It's Dr. Smith says it's only -1 this, so actually we are colder than Chris. Don't forget your long johns. I downloaded an app called Mindfulness. I use it every time before I go to bed. My speech and language teacher. Oh, but there's a lot of things out there, Amjad, specifically for younger people as well. Going to have a hot drink. I don't blame you, Tracy. Freezing rain. No, it's just freezing here. We've had all rain and snow, and now we're getting the freezing temperatures. Oh, dear me. Sod the long johns. I'm getting my tongue out to keep it warm down there. That's why you need your long johns. So,
okay, Chris, I sent it you will have to click on it where it says click that. Okay, let me know when you know. Okay.
But yeah, there's only two parts of me that get cold, and that's my hands and my feet. So I bet you were wondering what I was going to say. I bet you were wondering what I was going to say when there's only two parts of me that get cold. Yeah, it's my feet and my hands.
Flexic outside, Steve.
Oh, Amjad had a hot chocolate in the morning because it was cold. Hey, I'll tell you, talking about that, Amjad, and I don't know whether Tracy's still listening. I downloaded a recipe called Mississippi Mud Pie. Now it's a chocolate. Well, it's more like I mean I don't know. Steve might know what I'm talking about. Oh, my lady says she listens to thunder and rain. Oh. I just did listen to Chris snoring.
Yeah, that's her thunder.
Yeah. So anyway, I downloaded this Mississippi Mud Pie, and it's like a chocolate cake.
Gordo.
Hiya, Gordo. How are you? And basically, once it's been in oven, you empty a packet of marshmallows on top of it. Put it. Oh, we see what we, I mean, I don't go out anyway, Dr. Smith. But anyway, it's basically like a chocolate sponge, and then once it's done in oven, you empty a packet of marshmallows over the top of it, skint again. I think we're all in the same boat, Gordo. Well, I'll read it out to you, because I don't know what I'm talking about here. It's called Mississippi Mud Cake. Oh, so yeah, listen to this, Tracy. It's called Mississippi Mud Cake. And it says you do tax was due on the car. Oh dear. And basically you grease like a tray bake thing, and anyway, so you use oil in it as well, and then you have to add hot water to it, and then you add dry ingredients and wet ingredients. So you put it in a pan and bake it for 30 minutes. And it says remove the cake from the oven and cover the top with mini marshmallows and return to the oven for 2 minutes until the marshmallows are slightly melted. So then you take it out of the oven and allow it to cool. Oh, Gordon Bennett, £205 for a year. So anyway, once you've let the marshmallow and everything cool down completely, you put butter double cream, cocoa, stir it and let it cook, and then you add some vanilla and icing sugar, and you beat it until it's smooth, and you drizzle it over the cooled cake. I thought that sounds. It looks nice. It sounds nice. What? So yeah, and I thought it'd be ideal as like a dessert, not just a cake, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Mississippi mud cake. But I like the idea of covering the whole of it in marshmallows. So I'll send you recipe, Tracy. I'm in Steve, I'm admin. Oh. So yeah, I'll send you recipe and you tell me what you think, Tracy. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And it's basically you could put nuts and whatever on top, but I think it's all right as it is. But it looks and sounds delicious. Uses my email address then friend. Whatever.
I'm going to verify the email. Verify the email, Steve.
Well, I had a quick chat with Tracy after the stream on Tuesday night. So she says to me, "What we're making like this Tuesday coming?" Hi, Becky. Oh, Queen Jeanette. We'll just be talking about Mississippi mud pie, Becky. I've just been telling them about it.
No, Steve.
Adam 12 and Friends.
No.
And Dragnet. Well, I don't know.
No.
So yeah, so I don't know yet, Tracy, because it could be. You see, cake's got to be cooked for 30 minutes. Then you've got to put the marshmallows on top, and then you've got to let it cool completely before, like, I don't know yet. I haven't made my mind up. Well, you know what we were talking about other night, because I've had my shopping. Mississippi mud cake. So anyway, Tracy had asked me which I was going to make, and I says, well, I've got my shopping coming Thursday. I says, now, I used all the coconut that I'd got left on the truffles. So I says, I've ordered coconut, and I've also ordered Rolos, because there's like a Rolo cookie, whatever it's called, and the Madeleines. So I says, well, knowing Asda, they always put, like, you know, substitute it, or they ain't got something. Well, I'd ordered Rolos and I'd ordered coconut, and thing is, I got both. So I still don't know what I'm going to make yet. So the only thing that they substituted, Chris likes his cranberry sauce. So anyway, I got a thing and it says we've substituted Asda cranberry sauce for this ocean spray, but they were full like old cranberries. Chris says, no. He says, I'll just have the sauce, thank you. He says, I don't fancy crunching into a cranberry, you know what I mean? So he says, now I'll send it back. So that was the only thing that it substituted. Now that is unusual, that, you know, you only get the one substitution. I mean, some weeks when shopping turns up, there's a list as long as your arm of substitutions. So I was quite surprised. So I says, well, I'd ordered Rolos and the coconut just in case they hadn't got either or, you know what I mean? So it could be English Madeleines, or it could be the Rolo cookie slice, or whatever it's called. I don't know. But the thing is, my lady, like when you're talking about relaxing and everything, I could sort of listen to music and whatever, and the minute I turn off, all I can hear is. So that's sort of shot out at window. Oh, pardon me. Did you see the name Zebcon? So go back to that page.
What?
It says go back to that page where you said you only seen it on previous page.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'll click back now. There we go. Right, I've got home users, which is my email address, and friends, which is Zcon, which is, I'm assuming, is you. There you go.
Mississippi mud cookies. Oh, I'll tell you another one that I found as well. And oh no, I didn't download it. I printed it off. And the Tracy might like funfetti sour cream cookies, I think they're called. So yeah, funfetti sour cream cookies. So they sound quite. It says they're crispy on the outside and as light as air on the inside. That's why I'm single. But yeah, these funfetti sour cream cookies, and it makes supposedly 25 cookies. So yeah, I like the sound of that when it says they're crispy on outside and as light as air on inside. So yeah, so that's another one for the future. But yeah, I says to Tracy, click on where it says movies on the left of the screen.
Yeah, well, I'm back to that page and it doesn't say movies. I'm on the back of the page where it said, where you said click home. So I'll click to home. I'll click to movies.
But the thing is, Amjad, you know, when Callum went through that rough patch where he had severe anxiety, he used to, you know, like on YouTube, and they do like waterfall music and calming, relaxing music. We used to let him take his laptop up and let him like drop to sleep to it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I heard from a lot of people that, you know, oh, I've got itchy nose. Wakey, have you been watching There's Something About Mary, Jeanette? Sod off. That's my ponytail.
I realise what it means.
I know what it means.
That's
no. It's because I went in bath, I blow dried my hair, and then I put it in a ponytail, and like I get all these dangly bits, so I put this clip thing in. He's absolutely peeing his pants in corner, but no. So. Do you know something? You can easily fall out with some people, can't you? Namely, Wakey.
Library.
Oh dear.
I've just got. Oh yeah, library. Click on that.
But
right,
oh God, talking about dangly bits again. Here we go, Gordo. So. I've been sat here for weeks and weeks and weeks like this, Wakey, and you've never said anything about it before.
1917.
So why are we talking about dangly bits, Gordo? Oh dear.
Thousands of films in here.
All depends what dangly bits you're talking about.
Back to the Futures. I've got all them.
It will take some time to get used to it. But yeah, you know, I mean, there's one or two things that I've downloaded that look quite quite interesting. I fancy making that Mississippi mud cake. Never noticed it before. You want good to Specsavers then, Wakey? Oh dear.
Something about Mary.
Yeah.
I like it, Steve. Wakey.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's still laughing about it.
Live TV, what can we get on play?
Steve says that's all of my movies. Have fun, sir. But yeah, you know, people. So, Jeanette, have you made Mississippi mud cookies? No. I saw that Mississippi mud pie, Becky, and I thought, oh, that looks nice. So I'll have to do a little bit of research, and I'll RJ Pollard's for me. Oh dear. But
all Steve's music. Better. Well, yeah, that's what I want.
So what is RJ Pollard? What's RJ Pollard? What's them when they home, or what are they? Or Netflix don't have nothing on me, lol. Oh dear. So this is the thing. Chris thought he'd got one over on me because when he did a live stream, I forget when it were it last Friday? Saturday. He put like a countdown on it. Right. Google them. Anyway, let me just tell you this story and then I will. So anyway, so he says, do you like me countdown and everything? So I says, how did you do that? So he says, I'm not telling you. I says, well, I told you how to do scrolly across bottom bit and how to change your shape of your thing. So anyway, I was on StreamYards earlier on. I went, see, I know how to do it. So RJ Pollard's for me. Let's have a look what they are.
Right on the intruder I clicked on. It's spinning around.
So yeah. I quite like look at that Mississippi mud pie there, mud cake.
Yeah, boy.
It's coming up with Nottingley hearing practice. Oh.
Oh, you can cast it to TV. Oh, select player.
Is it a painting? RJ Pollard. Prices and estimates of works of RJ Pollard. Is it inflatable? No, it's not. So
is it inflatable picture? I don't know. I'm not watching it.
your new toy.
Oh, my new toy.
Oh, no, Gordon Bennett.
Sorry. What are you?
Well, I've typed in Mississippi mud cookies and it's not coming up with it. It's either internet that's going on. So no, it's. I'll do that in a bit. Cold weather payment, DWP announces new postcode triggers as UK snow warnings continue. There you go. It's -4 here. Is that Benny or it's scratching on back at seat? What's it about the ponytail? Well, I will just Wakey. I don't know whether you've seen the film. It's all about Mary. Well, she comes to the door and she's got a race bike up. I'll not tell you what with. Anyway, Wakey's just commented, "Have you been watching something about Mary?" And I went, "I only just noticed." Well, I've got a ponytail, and then I put this clip in, so it's all out me neck and whatever. So yeah. So as you can see, Chris has put in what his new toy is.
The DJI Osmo Mobile 3 combo.
So yeah. I don't know whether I'm going to make the Mississippi mud pie on a live stream. Definitely going to do the funfetti sour cream cookies. So that's a definite, because they only take 8 minutes to cook. So that'd be something that'd be ideal for the for the baking live streams. So but I'm sort of gonna have to make it, beforehand and see how long it takes, and then would it be ideal for a live stream. I'll have a coffee when you're ready. So yeah, you know what I mean. But I don't know how I come across this Mississippi mud pie. It were a new website that I came across, and I'll tell you what it's called. It's a woman, and she does like Caribbean cooking and whatever, but she does do like baking recipes and whatnot. So africanbites.com. Damn, that long since I had my peepers tested. They have shut up shop and gone. When I say it says earring specialist. So it says this Mississippi mud cake is dense, decadent chocolate cake covered in melted gooey marshmallows and warm chocolate frosting. So is it a Rusty Lee? I don't know. It's called Immaculate Bites, the actual thing, but the website is called African Bite. Basically, they do a lot of not just baking. They do like meals, but it's a lot of Caribbean stuff, and I came across that. So this is how I come across a lot of my recipes. I'm just like flicking through, or I'm scrolling through Google, and it says recommended for you. You know what I mean? And it recommends these, recipes, etc. And I click on it just to have a gander, or whatever you call it, and blackberry jam cake. No. Ooh. So a southern favourite. Ooh. I'll have to research.
Hello, Becky. How long have you been in?
She's been in ages.
Hello, Becky. What I just seen is Steve is distracting me.
Yeah. Watched Bumblebee yesterday. Why did this crap get made? Never even heard on it. Wakey. So I'll I'll have a look at that. Chocolate covered cheesecake. Ooh.
Chocolate covered cheesecake. Mm.
Well, they do a blackberry jam cookies. Oh, it says Kentucky blackberry jam cake. Ooh.
Oh dear. So we got Chelsea.
Oh dear. Chocolate cheesecake covered in chocolate with black cherry filling is better. Yeah, there's quite a few, Becky. Caramelized blackberry jam cake. Blackberry lavender cake with strawberries. Ooh. Blackberry chocolate cake. Kentucky blackberry jam cake. Ooh. Hiya, Kevin. It's all right. We're just Big Mama's blackberry jam cake. We're researching recipes. Blackberry jam cake with caramel glaze. Tennessee blackberry jam cake. So they do a Kentucky version and they do a Tennessee one as well. With a wafer mint, thin mint to follow. Ah. Kentucky jam cake is a traditional dessert originated in the United States of Kentucky and also associated with Tennessee. Southern living slow cook goulash. Yeah. Southernliving.com. Yeah, I've got it. So yeah, that could be an interesting one, Becky. Yeah. It could be a vlog one. Not sure on on the live stream, the baking live stream. Will you make me a coffee, please?
No.
Yes. So yeah, that's another one. I've left it on that page so I can go back and have a look at it a bit later on. You know. So yeah, so that's another one to do a little bit of research into, to see whether it's doable for a live stream or whether it's going to have to be a vlog, etc. So we'll see. So how are you, Kevin? Hiya, Richard.
Hello, Rich lad. I've got a new toy. It's a DJI model. See what he says.
Do as you're told, Pix.
Bring it there.
Belgian waffles with eggs over easy on top with sausage. Oh, no. Corn fritters and spicy pork ribs for supper. Oh, corn fritters and spicy pork ribs Wakey's got for supper tonight. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's a case of, all suggestions are welcome. You know what I mean? It's, but, cookies and things like that are ideal because, oh, they're good. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's a case of, same as I says to Tracy other night. It's like time constraints. You want to show people finished article, so you know, like when we did the Valentine's things, I don't think we let them cool down enough, and icing went a little bit flat. So I says it's a case of you put them in oven for 20 minutes, and then you've got to wait. Under normal circumstances, you know, like when I'm baking at home or whatever, or I'm doing a vlog, you have the comfort of knowing that you can let them cool down completely. Whereas when you do a live stream, you ain't got that, you know, you ain't got that comfort letting them cool completely because of the time constraints. You know what I mean? Okay, then, Amjad, have a good day tomorrow. So yeah, at least you've got a week to relax after that. You know what I mean? Oh, before I forget, here in the UK, who's having pancakes on Tuesday? Because it's Pancake Day here on Tuesday. So, you know, Steve and Becky thinking Pancake Day. But yeah, it's something that we celebrate every year. You know, we have pancakes on Pancake Day. So that is actually Tuesday. So yeah, you know, I'm not fussed about pancakes, if you know what I mean. Now I buy the ones that so yeah, so here on Tuesday, Steve, it's Pancake Day. So I mean, what you might call crepes, that they what sort of pancakes we're talking about. So yeah, so I just thought I'd let you know it's Pancake Day on Tuesday. So yeah, I mean, Chris sort of likes his with sprinkling of sugar, and Callum likes his, you know, with jam, and you know what I mean. I'm not really. Shrove Tuesday, yeah, it's on Tuesday, Richard. It's Pancake Day on Tuesday. So you know, obviously I make all the batter and everything from scratch, and oh, my wife made cornmeal pancakes and scrambled eggs for breakfast today. But you know, when we're talking about pancakes, we're on about this like sweet version, if you know what I mean. Lemon juice on Tuesday. Oh, now when we were kids, when my mum used to make pancakes, it were a sprinkling of sugar and squeezed orange juice. So
yeah, she's got a coffee, you bullies.
yeah, just to prove it, Richard, it's made me a coffee. Look. So yeah, what do you like on pancakes?
Me, jam.
Yeah, Chris is a jam fan on this.
Jam fan.
But oh, Steve says he's going to make his baby love French toast this weekend with cinnamon and maybe blueberry. Lemon jiffy at the ready. That's cheating, Wakey. Freshly squeezed lemons.
Hey.
Yeah. He means one of them plastic lemons.
There's a bit of jiffy, lad.
Eggy bread, you mean? Steve's making it sound all posh, you know, French toast. And he says, you mean eggy bread? Oh, dear. Just wake it. Lemon and sprinkle of sugar, but it's got to be thick. I can't be doing with see-through pancakes. Oh, now that's an idea. My lady says she has maple syrup and ice cream.
I'll just put you on my computer, just let you know, 1 or 2 ads, we've got a 22-minute ad.
Now that sounds like heaven, my lady, to me. I mean, like, I like the fluffy, thick pancakes, and I buy them from Asda. Obviously, I've had my shopping delivered today. And what Chris does is he cuts a banana up, and I have golden syrup over my banana.
I'm leaping already, is it?
Uh-huh. So, to me, it's French toast. Well, whatever you call it, Steve, you know it. And I mean, it sounds a bit crude, but it all goes down the same, you know what I mean?
That's same old and that at same old.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It all goes down the same, whether it's called eggy bread or whether it's called French toast or whatever, you know what I mean? Wakey, can't afford maple syrup, not poshy. But the thing is, Wakey, they do it in Asda, and it's more or less the same price as golden syrup. So you know what I mean? It's only the same sort of thing as golden syrup, except it's maple syrup, and the taste is a bit more dense than what golden syrup is, but it's all the same thing. I think we're not filming.
No.
But yeah, you know what I mean? It's that sounds just right up my street, my lady. Ice cream and maple syrup. I mean, same as I say, the good thing about pancakes is you can put whatever you want on them. You know what I mean? Whether it be sweet, whether it be savoury or what. You know, it don't have to be sweet. Chris likes jam on his. Callum will have chocolate spread or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Wakey. But you see, I've had my shopping. That's what we're on about earlier on, lady, when I said, just to be on the safe side, because I says to Tracy, we're either going to make the English Madeleines, but when I made them truffles, I used last of my coconut up. So I went on my Asda shopping and I ordered desiccated coconut, but just to be on the safe side, I ordered like mini Rolos as well for this Rolo cookie thing. I says, because knowing my luck, I says, they'll probably say, oh, you know, we've substituted coconut, whatever, or we've substituted Rolos, you know, but I actually got both, which is a miracle in itself, you know what I mean? So another thing, when I was talking to Bella this afternoon, did you know that if you've got a co-op locally, right, they will deliver for you for 99p if you've got a local co-op? And Bella says it's usually they deliver on the same day. So if you've got a local co-op nearby, Wakey says it needs a new keyboard, popped all the keys and gave it a good clean. Richard says he's going to scrape that last year's pancake off at ceiling. Oh, it will be well matured anyway, Richard. Oh, hi, Partners. How are you?
Partners in the house.
They deliver. Thought they only did chicken and fish. But yeah, when I was chatting to Bella earlier on, she says not a lot of people know this. She says, but if you go on to Co-op website, they actually deliver. She says, and they only charge you 99p for delivery, and usually you get it the same day as what you order. So there you go. So I thought I'd tell you something, you know, that not a lot of people, I mean, even I didn't know about it until Bella told me. So yeah, and she, same as she was saying, like your bread and your milk that you like normally run out midweek or whatever, she says basically, what's
that?
Wakey said he had some liver earlier, was bloody and nice.
Oh no, you've got to have it nice and warm, nice and cooked, you know, well done.
But yeah, so if you're in a bit of a you sounded like Sir Michael Caine, with not a lot of people know that. But yeah, so it was one of these, you know, just for your information, if you're running a bit short and like Bella and Baz can't get out. So basically, I don't know how she come across it, but anyway, she, like, same as she says, you know, if you're running low on milk or bread and few odds and ends, you know what I mean? She says basically you just go onto the website, do your order, she says, and it's 99p for delivery, and they normally come same day. Hi, Crypto, how are you?
Hello, Crypto, lad.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. I'm not a very good accent.
You're supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
It's all right, we're talking about food again. My lady says, I love liver sausage, onion, wacky.
Wacky.
She called him wacky.
Well, it is a bit wacky, isn't it? Come on, let's be fair.
Oh dear. Hiya, Edward. How are you? Ali McRaid.
Ali McRaid.
So yeah, we've gone back to normal talk about food. Wakey's just what did he say? He's had liver, bloody liver. In other words, it was still meowing or barring or whatever it were. I go to Co-op, a lot of it's good stuff in there. But yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't know note about it, Richard, until Bella told me. 99p, you can't grumble at 99p delivery. That's been a bit personal, Wakey.
What's he say?
We all know you like sausage, my lady. Did someone say food? Yeah, we no matter what we chat about, we always go back to food. You know, and basically we were talking about, it's pancake day here on Tuesday, and like, what do people like on as a topping for the pancakes? So yeah, you know, my lady likes maple syrup and ice cream. Chris likes jam on his. You know, Steve likes waffles with, what did he say? Oh, that were it. That's what got us talking about it. Yeah, I don't like liver as well. No, I can't. No, it turns my stomach just talking about liver. So, you know, Chris don't like liver either.
No, no chance.
So we're not big liver, you know, we're not big liver fans. So
stand and deliver.
So Steve sort of started the conversation off saying they were making French toast, and I forget what else. And Wakey says, you mean eggy bread? So yeah, you know what we call eggy bread, Steve will call him French toast. Callum likes like chocolate spread on. Keena wants chocolate on pancakes. Well, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Everybody's got a varied, you know. I mean, when I were a kid, my mum used to make pancakes, a sprinkling of sugar and a squeeze, you know, a orange. So, you know, everybody's got the taste. We're talking about, you know, lemon, you know, Wakey, we're talking about lemon. So it's like everybody has got like a varying taste in what they like on the pancakes. So yeah, that's what Gora's talking about food, Richard. Steve said they were making French toast, and Wakey said, don't you mean eggy bread? He says, well, yeah, it's the same thing. But if you want to be posh, you call it French toast. But if you're common like us, you call it eggy bread. So yeah, you know, Chris is, you know, just a sprinkling of, well, he spreads jam on it and then a sprinkling of sugar on. I like anything that's sort of sweet. And I was saying, I buy, I wonder what the French call it. They probably call it eggy bread like us. You know, it's, you know, I like anything that's sweet on it. And I like the idea of maple syrup and ice cream. Toast français. Oh, there you go. But yeah, I also, yeah. I do like the idea of fresh strawberries as well. But when I order them, like I've had my shopping come today, and I always order them like thick kind of pancakes, but I have a banana cut up on it. I have a banana cut on it, and then I put some golden syrup on it. Richard says, "Le egg on le bread." Oh, partner says pain Purdue. Oh, there you go. Oh dear. Is that one slice or two, Richard? Oh dear. But yeah, you know, I mean, everybody's got varying taste, you know what I mean? Like some people like honey on the pancakes, you know what I mean? But do you mind? Just tickled. Last two. Oh dear. But yeah, it's Murphy's Diner. Oh, whatever that is. Obviously, it's a link that Wakey's put in. Let's have a look what it is. I don't know.
Loaded. Why is it called French toast?
Ouf Serpan. Oh, there you go. Ouf Serpan. That sounds quite posh, doesn't it?
Lovely toast.
Oof, sir, pan. It's some. Why is it called French toast? It said if you don't think grammar or punctuation is important, consider the widely popular breakfast item that we know as French toast, where many still believe, in the face of contradictive evidence, that French toast is a culinary invention of the actual French. The breakfast delight actually enjoys a somewhat international history, which happens to include an unfortunate punctuational error. Pan dulcis, wherever it is. This bread, milk, and egg concoction was fried in oil or butter and served any time of the day. So, yeah. So there you go. That was the link that Wakey put in. Why they call it French toast. There you go. My son wants pancakes all the time. Nothing new pancake. Well, you see, this is it. I mean, we digital. Richard says French toast is like chewing a slate, and you know why the French eat snails? Only thing they can catch. Is French toast? Is it egg bread, or is it cheese as well? Well, I suppose you could. It's basically you whip some eggs up, and then you dunk a slice of bread in it, and then put it straight in the frying pan. But I suppose once it's cooked, you can actually sprinkle some cheese on it. It cooks better if you toast the bread before covering it in the mix. Oh, there you go. So there you go. So basically, Wake is saying you've got to toast your bread first, dip it in the egg mixture, and then fry it. But you can, I suppose, once you've actually took it out at frying pan, sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it if you so wish. Do you know what I mean? But you know, the actual French toast is, yeah, we call it eggy bread. Eggy bread is savoury, French toast is sweet. Ah. But anyway, it's all same sort of. I have French toast, no bread, thanks. So that me having an omelette. I'll tell you what Chris has got into recently, Johnny. Scrambled eggs. But you know, French toast, eggy bread, whatever you want to call it, it can either be sweet or savoury. You know what I mean? No, Wakey was saying it cooks better if you toast your bread first, Tracy. French always have to be awkward. What do they put in it to make it sweet? I've not actually ever made any myself, to be quite honest with you. But you know what I mean? It's like Chris is a lot like Callum. He goes through these fads, you know, cheese on toast, or like recently has gone on to scrambled egg on toast. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Wakey were just saying it makes it better if you toast your bread first. Oh, maple syrup on scrambled egg and crispy bacon is yummy. They chuck syrup and stuff like that on it. Oh dear. But yeah, you know what I mean. He says, give Pixie an egg, tell him to shake it well for 5 minutes, boil the egg, and it will be scrambled without the mess. But you see what I'm on about people having various or, you know, different tastes. You know what I mean? You know, you can just have like a slice of bread dipped in egg, and you know that is per se, you know, eggy bread or French toast, whichever you want to call it. But a lot of people put spices on it as well. You know what I mean? It's whatever you want it to be. You know, you can make it savory, you can make it sweet, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a personal preference. You know, but yeah, what ad?
That was a 20-minute ad.
Yeah, 20 odd minutes. It's all right. It went off, and you know, and he put it back on. Yeah, I mean, you can add, you know, like savoury spices, like I don't know, a touch of garlic powder or. French toast is then generally served with syrup, fruit, and or whipped cream. Well, there you go. So it's a case of each individual preference as to what you like. It's same with pancakes. You know what I mean? You can have savoury, you can have sweet. You know what I mean? Laughing at what, Janet? Can we all agree the French are garlic eating or nibbling tossers? Just saying. Get some of this on it. Let's have a look now.
I bet it's beetroot. Shitto, hot pepper sauce.
Limited quantity remaining. I wouldn't imagine anybody eating that.
£3 postage? Where's it coming from? It's only coming from
Shitto hot pepper sauce. Oh dear, trust wakey. Oh, now I am thinking of bread pudding. I made that last week or week before. Oh, I made a sponge. I made a sponge last week, didn't I? So yeah, it were not last week, week before. It were bread and butter pudding. Yeah. So basically, with your bread and butter pudding, is all I did were butter about 5 or 6 slices of bread, cut them like into triangles, sprinkle some sugar on, put some sultanas in, and then you might like make an egg. It's like evaporated milk, egg, vanilla, and whatever. And in essence, it makes. Anyway, so once you've mixed the evaporated milk and the egg yolks and the vanilla, you just pour it over the bread, and you have to leave it to soak for 20 minutes. So when you actually pour it in the oven, it like forms a custard. It like makes a custard. So yeah, so that's the basis of a bread and butter pudding. And Callum, who's our son, is 18, and he was saying, a pudding made with bread. And he was sort of like, we weren't sure about it. So anyway, so gets it out of oven, made some custard, serves it up, and they were eating it, and they were going, He says, you know, the way you were describing it, I thought we were going to eat like bread. I says, well, it is bread. He says, I know, but he says it tastes nice. So his perception of bread and butter pudding were, you know, bread in a pudding, it don't sound right. But once he tasted it, he thought it were absolutely lovely. Lamb roasters don't even take them out the wagon. Originally, people made French toast from stale bread in order to make use of bread that would otherwise have been thrown away. But the thing is, that's sort of the basis as well of a bread and butter pudding, you know. There's one mistake that I made, and I wished I'd have took the crusts off now, but I just buttered it, cut them in like diagonal, and I says to Chris, when it come out oven, because you sort of put it in oven for so long, it sort of makes the crusts a bit hard. So basically, I says, next time I make it, I'm going to cut the crusts off. But, you know, as I keep telling Tracy, we learn from his mistakes. That was the first time I'd ever made it. So I says, if I make it again, I says, I'll take crusts off. Prefer steamed roly-poly with custard. Now, I was going to make that. Yes, stale bread to go with their frog leg bread. I've all got an easy sponge recipe. Yeah, you see, Callum couldn't understand that. You know, and I told him how I'd made it, and I says it's just 5 slices of bread. You spread it with butter. I says, put it in like I've got a glass roasting dish. Sprinkle a bit of sugar on it, sultanas or currants, and then you mix like 3 egg yolks, tin of evaporated milk, and a spot of vanilla essence, and then you pour it over the bread. But you have to let it soak for about 20 minutes, and then you just put it in oven. I've got an easy peasy, if you're struggling for a dessert, right? Just realised my Auntie Odile is French. Oops. She doesn't have a moustache going on. So, yes, so the actual recipe that I've got is a golden syrup sponge. Now, it's one that you do in microwave, right? And it takes 5 minutes. Well, 5 minutes to mix it and 5 minutes in microwave. If you're looking for a quick dessert, yeah, I do as well. I do as well, my lady. So, yeah, if you're looking for a quick dessert, but the actual recipe I've got is for a golden syrup sponge. But all you've got to do is swap the golden syrup, and I use jam at the weekend. I did a jam sponge. You can use lemon curd. You can throw some sultanas into it, sponge mix. 5 minutes in microwave. So, yeah, so if you're looking for a quick dessert, you know, if somebody sort of drops by unexpectedly and you ain't got a dessert for, you know, for them, it's 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes in microwave. And Chris will tell you, the sponge is absolutely lighter than light. So if you're looking for a very quick dessert, you know, as long as you've got flour, eggs and butter, that's all you need. You could put jam, lemon curd, apricot jam, chocolate spread, whatever, in bottom of this bowl. And that's, you know, that's the good thing about it. You could put like basically whatever you want in the pudding basin, but it takes 5 minutes in microwave. Jobs are good in. So there you go. So because I'd sort of pondered about what I wanted to make, and I was saying, should I do this? Should I, you know, I made bread and butter pudding week before. Give them a bit of sand, bag of sand, and tell them it's a bit of a dessert. But yeah, so I says I might make a jam roly-poly this weekend. So, but I were thinking of making a roly-poly, but with lemon curd instead of jam. But Chris sort of not, you know, he's not all that keen.
And what?
a jam instead of a jam roly-poly, one making using lemon curd.
Okay.
So anyway, so yeah, so you know, it's a case of if you want a quick dessert, 5 minutes in microwave and you've got a dessert. And that's what we had at weekend. No, you put your filling in bottom of your pudding basin before you cook it, Tracy. It's basically, the recipe I got were for a treacle sponge, but I just replaced the 3 tablespoons of golden syrup or treacle or whatever you want to call it, and replaced it with 3 tablespoons of jam. So you just put your you grease your, I've got a Pyrex 2-litre pudding basin. So all I did where I greased it, I put the 3 tablespoons of jam in the bottom of the pudding basin, and then it's like 2 eggs. I forget how much it's flour, butter. Yeah, and that's it basically. And then you put the sponge mixture on top of your jam, cover it with cling film, bung it in microwave for 5 minutes. There you go. You've got a sponge pudding. Peach pie with cinnamon in is yummy. I've got a recipe that I wanted to try as well. Peaches and cream, I think it is. Yeah. Peaches and cream coffee cake. Now, we don't have any coffee in it. It's just the fact that you're supposed to have it with, yeah, that's it. Look, that's peaches and cream. That's one that I've had for quite a while. This is a delicious sour cream coffee cake, topped with a velvety cream cheese mousse and sweet fragrant peaches. So yeah, I love my dad's jam roly-poly. Well, the first one I ever made, Crypto, is you just made the roly-poly, you put it in greaseproof paper and foil and stuck it in oven. Now, when it come out, it just come out flat. So then you know, I'm one of these that if at first you don't succeed, try it again. So I looked for another recipe, and I think it's on BBC Good Food thing, and it says, I did exactly the same, but it says before you put the jam roly-poly in the oven, you get a roasting tin and put it on under its shelf where your jam roly-poly is, and you fill it with boiling water. So basically, that's what I did the second time. But yeah, that one is that's peaches and cream, and it's basically a sponge with like a cream cheese frosting with peaches on top. Can you send me that recipe of peaches and cream? Yeah.
Did you send them that?
Yes. Before you ask, yes. I've got to find it first, Tracy. Oh dear, pardon me. So you will have to excuse me for a minute while I look for it. But you see, I've got all sorts downloaded. Boston cream pie. All sorts. Yeah, well, you see, that's the point, to put in this roasting tin with the boiling water in, because you're getting steam coming up from below. And the second one I made were more spongy and fluffed out a lot. Okie dokie then.
He wonders why he's always going to love that one.
Oh dear me. See, I've got one on here, self-sourcing Jaffa pudding. You know what I mean? I've got all sorts. Apple upside down cake. I've got that. It's all right. I'm trying to find that recipe for treat. Oh, yeah, I found it. It's just send that to Tracy, and then I'm going, Benny. I've got circle of death. But yeah, it's some. If it catches my eye, then I'll just leave that going, because it's circling. But you know, if anybody wants any recipes, just let me know. And I'll be only too pleased to send it to them. I mean, it's like the bread and butter pudding one that I did were from Carnation. You know, them that make the evaporated milk and whatever. And it's like one of these things. If something comes in my mind and I think, oh, I'll search for that, and then other times I just stumble across these recipes just by accident. You know what I mean? I'll just let that go on its own, because I'm just getting, what's the majiggy? Blue circle. But yeah, it's you know, I use a lot of like nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger. I've always got plenty of spices in. So you know, it's like I've got a set of drawers like this high, and they've got like plastic tubs that pull out, and there's 4 of them, and they're full. You know, I've always got like golden castor sugar, brown sugar, you know, flour. I bought a 16-kilogram bag of flour. Well, both actually, like plain flour and self-raising flour. Yeah, I've got a baking and cooking thing. Let me just have a look, and I'll put link in. I'll just have a look, Crypto, and I'll I mean, it's like when
hang on, I'll do it. You concentrate on whatever you
Chris is gonna put it in.
Which group?
Well, put both in, because I've got like a YouTube group as well.
Does this mean I've got somebody accepting or no?
So
there you go. That's the Jeanette's YouTube page.
YouTube? Don't you mean
Facebook group.
Yeah, I've got two groups on Facebook. One is like specifically for YouTube videos. Don't matter what, you know, whether it's scrapping, whether it's, you know, makeup or whatever. It's there. Yeah, and then there's a second one that's like predominantly for baking and cooking. So you know, if you want to a specific recipe, just drop me a message and I'll respond, or put it in, you know, put it in to on main page, you know, Jeanette, can you send me recipe for this, or can you send me recipe for that? You know, they're the two groups that I've got. So yeah, so I've got one for cooking and baking, and then I've got another one for like YouTube videos and where you can post, you know, to promote yourself, promote your channel, promote your videos. She says, yeah, she's just joined.
Okay.
So
I'll accept in a minute.
So yeah, you know what I mean? If you've got content on your channel and you want to promote yourself, you know, the aim of the YouTube one is like, you know, gain your subs, gain your, you know, connections sort of thing. Oh, I like homemade rice pudding with nutmeg. My grandma used to make the absolutely ultimate rice pudding, and I never found out which
Carol Ann. Oh, she hasn't answered any questions.
Well, it don't matter. We know who it is.
I'm not. I'm deciding.
It's all right. I set them questions here because
that's the joint baking group and all.
Yeah, I set the questions because if it's somebody I don't know, you know, and they don't answer the questions, then they don't get accepted. But because we know you, if you know what I mean. Nutmeg, why? What did she do to you? But yeah, I never found out the recipe to my grandma's rice pudding, and she used to make it, and it had got the thickest skin on top. Now that was one of the things I didn't like. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's you know, I like rice pudding, but I keep saying that I'm going to make some like either a one big custard tart or some small custard tarts, and you know, you put nutmeg on custard tarts, and I keep saying I'm going to make them, and then I sort of see something else, and you know, like oh. And it's like I've got tons and tons of recipes on my phone. I've not printed them all out, but I've got like 2 folders full of recipes, and I'll be scrolling through them looking for certain recipes, and then I think, oh, I know, I'll have a go at that. And then you scroll on to looking for something else, and you forget about it. Thick skin because she was using real milk. There you go. But yeah, I mean, while my dad and my mum used to love the skin, I'd, you know, if I got any skin, I'd peel it off because I weren't a fan of the skin. But yeah, I've always got nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, even mixed spice, because mixed spice is basically all of those rolled into one.
Okay, what are you doing now?
Not this skim crap we have to put up with now. Yeah. Yeah, this you know, it were in it at a time when, you know, you'd get like a proper milk delivery, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I keep saying I'm going to make these custard tarts because I bought one of these, what they call them, tampers. And it's basically when you've made your pastry for them, you just break a bit off, put it in like a muffin tin and stamp it out. You've got a ready-made tart. And I've never actually used it because it's like got a without sounding what's it, it's got a big end and it's got a little end. Oh dear. So yeah, and I bought it. I got it. Must be nearly about a year ago. Yeah, I can remember them with like long thin neck on it, wakey. My grandma used to have that, and I'd taste it and I'd say, God, what's this, Grandma? It's awful. But it was quite popular back in the day. So as an engine. But yeah, I can remember, when it were one of them that you had to take off with a can opener. So yeah, it's we're talking about sort of years gone by in my grandma's day. She used to buy that all the time, that sterilised milk, and I never seen fascination with it because it tasted like cack. I've got an ear on my hand. Yeah, used to get it on doorstep off at Milkman every single day.
What's that?
You could still get it in Tasda.
What's that? What's that?
That's sterilised, yeah. It's all in like plastic cartons and everything nowadays, so in it, like long life and making a pumpkin latte, you use the 5 spice in that. And thing I can remember as well, Tracy. Can you remember when it was weather like this and you used to have like a normal bottle of milk and they got them just like foil caps on? And when it used to be freezing outside and they'd drop it off on doorstep, come out and they'd like be a great big, where it had frozen. So you had to put it somewhere where it could thaw out. And yeah, I can remember going and fetching milk in and it having a great big like thing above milk bottle. So those were the days. But yeah, my grandma used to have chickens as well, and I don't know what it is about. Oh, I've got itchy nose. My grandma used to have chickens, and I can remember going out whenever we were down there, collecting eggs. And then she'd say, oh, do you want an egg sandwich, or do you want this, or what I mean, or egg on toast or something like that. And there's nothing be it. They were when they were like free range. Yeah. Oh dear. We see where I went to school though, I had to catch bus. And if buses weren't running, and you'd go home and you'd say, oh, well, no school today because buses is not running. My dad say, well, you better get your wellies on and start walking then.
I had to walk 6 miles, I did. 6
So,
mile here, 6 mile back.
Yeah. So it's, this is day and age that we're coming to when you see a bit of snow and ice and, oh, can't go here or we can't go there because it's,
Hey, back in there when I was a lad there, we used to have snow in bloody June.
There were some what were it in? I'm trying to think when we had that really bad snow and all electric were off and
80s or something.
yeah, because I say I'm trying to think because our Ashley were born in 86
87.
and our Jason were born in 89, I think. No, yeah. No. He was born in 1988, and everybody used to rib me because it was like 9 months after that really bad snow. And he was born in November, so it was 1988, and we did have really, really bad snow then, and it knocked out all power, and you know. Well, yeah. I mean, my dad were one of these who were really strict, and you sort of you go for the bus and say you go back home and say, well, bus ain't turned up. It, you know, obviously buses aren't running. You better get your wellies on then and get walking. You know what I mean? And there's many a time sort of when we've been in school and they've turned around and said, oh, well, you know, them that live more than a certain, you know, if you don't live locally, you better get off now because it's going to be really bad and you better get off before buses stop running. And as a kid, there were always a dish of cucumber and onion in vinegar on the table. I can remember that, but I didn't like it. I'll make you laugh. My stepdad had chickens, and when we was going to his house for the weekend, I'd say to Mum, oh, take her own eggs, Mum. That's off from them smelly chickens. Didn't you realise where they come from, Tracy? But yeah, you know, it's you know, my grandma was saying she got, but they were sort of like, you know, they went everywhere, you know, and I've never tasted eggs to this day as nice as them what my grandma used to have. Pickle jars. Oh, but yeah, I can remember cucumber and onion in vinegar. I thought it were horrible. But some people like it. I mean, it's like Chris. He likes Branston pickle. Nah, you know, it's one of them things where I like it, but I've sort of got to fancy it before, you know. Oh, not back then. But the thing is, Tracy, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's the thing.
Yeah, so that's the $1 million question is, which came first, the egg or the chicken?
Which came first, the human or the embryo?
So there you go. And that's the age-old question, is what come first? But the thing is, I always say, well, chicken must have come first, because without a chicken, there won't be no eggs. But then a chicken's got to come from an egg. So, you know, I don't think we'll ever know. Oh, pickled cauliflower. Oh,
no, who said that?
Crypto.
No, pickled cauliflower.
But it's like you go. This is the thing. You can go in a chippy, right, and they still have to this day pickled eggs.
Not in our chippy.
Well, I mean, some chippies do, but I'm thinking an egg in vinegar. You know what I mean? I can anybody. It's a stupid question. Makes no sense. he might S is sticky. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, Wakey. You know, I don't think it'll ever be solved. You know, which came first, the egg or the chicken? You know what I mean? It's you know, it's an age-old question that I don't think anybody's got the answer to. Oh, piccalilli, my mum used to love that. That's that yellow. That's that yellow crap in it.
Yeah, my father loves that.
That's got cauliflower in it.
Yeah, probably why not. Well, I like cauliflower, but not on a bloody sandwich.
But yeah, my mum used to love piccalilli, and it, you know, anywhere near it, and it, you know, oh. But it's funny, isn't it? Sort of the taste that his grandma's and his mum's had. Piccalilli got cauliflower in, yeah. Thought it had. But yeah, it's the tastes of his parents and his grandparents are different to what our tastes are today. You know what I mean?
I'm putting my jumper on.
Are you?
I'm going into Arctic.
You could take bin down.
I'm going to take bin down.
So yeah, I mean, I used to love going to my grandma's because she'd toast me a tea cake on an open fire. You know what I mean?
Has anybody got a woolly hat I can borrow?
Again, the question is stupid, not possible for an egg to suddenly pop into existence. But this is the thing. I mean, it comes out of chickens, you know, rear side. You know what I mean? So there's got to be a chicken for the egg to exist. But yeah, I mean, she used to eat tripe, my grandma. She used to ox tongue, ox tail. You know what I mean? And all these weird things, exactly. You know what I mean? And it weren't sort of till, you know, later that I found that tripe were like inside of a cow's stomach. You know what I mean? And that sort of, oh God, you know what I mean? And then sort of later on, because my grandma used to make her own sausages as well. And sort of as a kid, you know, you're very, how can I put it, inquisitive. And I used to say, you know, well, what's that stuff, you know, because it were like she'd thread this like stuff on a thing, she'd mince her own you know, mince her own meat and everything, and you know, it would come shooting out into this like skin, and well, what's that you know you put meat into? And she says, it's a cow's intestine. You know what I mean? I mean, she didn't beat about the bush, tell me exactly what it were. Pickled cucumbers known as gherkins. Yeah, I don't like gherkins. But anyway, you know, and as a kid, you think, oh, God, that's gross. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Wakey, a lot of people, you know. My lady says, did Humpty Dumpty fall or was he pushed? Showing everybody your pork pie. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's things that, you know, your grandma told you, and at the time you're thinking, oh God, you know what I mean? But without that cow's intestine, we won't have no sausages. You know what I mean? And it's sort of, you know, you can't get one without other. So, you know, I mean, you sort of, let's put it this way, you come to accept these things. I mean, I still don't accept tripe because I think it's gross.
Where from Pixie? Out at the fridge, mate.
He's been to the fridge to get it. From Tasda. So, you know what I mean? You know, you sort of take things at face value and think, well, without that cow's intestine, there won't be no sausages. You know what I mean? And it's, When Humpty fell off the wall, we all had scrambled eggs. Well, there you go. You know, it were a big egg. It's like these ostrich eggs, they're massive. You'd get about 10 meals out of one ostrich egg. The thing is, how do they part with it though? I see its size of an ostrich egg. Massive. Oh dear.
Must have a big thing to be born.
But it's like a lot of the things that his mum and dad and his grandma and granddad used to eat, a lot of things aren't around nowadays. You know, you don't hear many people eating piccalilli. You know what I mean? And Chris says his dad likes it. You know what I mean? It's not something that appeals to me.
No. Tried it once, never again.
So yeah, it's there again. It's all down to the individual preference. You know what I mean? You know, some people like gherkins, some people don't. Some people like piccalilli, some people don't. You know what I mean? It's just down to the individual taste. I mean, if you are ever near Wakefield, Pixie, go here.
What?
Then you will never buy an Asda pork pie again. He's put a link in.
No, not bother them.
But it's you know what I mean? It's like me and Chris aren't into spicy stuff like Mexican or Indian, like curries and whatever. Mind you, having said that, I've had some curry sauce on some fish tonight. So, but that I can eat. But like, you know, anything not other than a korma, and that's it. Yeah, we love Chinese. You know, it's like there again. Crypto says, never had an ostrich egg, bet it makes a big omelette. Yeah, probably last you for a few days and all. But yeah, it's like you know, we've all got different. I don't like oat spicy. But this is the thing as well, my lady. I can remember when I were a kid, I didn't like jelly bit inside a pork pie. So I'd take the meat bit out, scrape jelly out, and then put meat back in. And how is that strange? But yeah, I can remember eating pork pie, and it was like when they were proper pork pies, 72 slices of toasted dunk if you boil it, lol. But yeah, when they used to buy pork pies, I used to take meat bit out, scrape jelly off, and then put meat back in. So, you know.
Bill Butcher's Stanley.
There you go.
That's the link.
Yeah.
Why am I not supposed to eat another pork pie after this?
Oh, try what that's what he's trying to say. Try one from there and you'll never buy an Asda pork pie again. But anyway, so
where is it? It's in bloody Wakefield, boy.
He said,
I'm not going all the way to Wakefield just for a pork pie. Barbie, what inside me be wakey?
It's only aspic. I don't care what it is, wakey. You know, this is where I go back to. My lady says she just likes crust. I used to like crust and meat, but not jelly bit inside it. And I used to scrape it off and put meat back in crust. You know what I mean? But there again, it's, you know, and to this day, I still don't like it. I still don't like the jelly in pork pies. But there again, it's each to their own taste. But if I were to say I'll have an Indian, I'd only have a korma because it's like a coconut thing, isn't it? So, it's, but, Gordo and several other people that I know like it, as spicy as you can get it. You know what I mean? One thing's for sure, there is bugger all jelly in an Asda pork pie.
You're not wrong there for wakey.
So yeah, if I were to have an Indian, I'd have a korma.
Yeah, that's about as far as I go.
Yeah, because we tikka masala. Yeah, anything hotter than a korma, and that's it. Because korma ain't really hot, is it? But yeah, there's biryani. They a bit on hot side. What's that really hot one? Vindaloo. That's it.
Vindaloo.
Yeah, you pay for it next morning. Put it that way.
Gives you a good clear out.
Talking about ring of fire. But yeah, the thing is, I've always suffered with like I get indigestion or heartburn really easily. You know what I mean? So I hope that's spicy. I mean, this is how bad my acid reflux is. Even a Cornish pasty, I love it, but it repeats on me.
Crazy curry.
Yeah, and I like cucumber, but it don't like me. So, Vindaloo for soft gits. Try a Tindaloo. No, thank you.
That's the one.
So yeah, no, anything spicier than a korma, and that's it. Oh, it's 6 minutes past 11. I know we've been. It's been a foodie night tonight. Right, guys, I'm gonna get going because it's 7 minutes past 11. And you know what they say: don't time fly when you're having fun. It's all been about food tonight. You definitely need vitamin sub after a vindaloo in the morning. I won't know. I've never had a vindaloo because I know how spicy they are. Yeah. Thank you for coming in, guys, and stay safe. Are you going live tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah. Chris will be going live tomorrow, so look out for Pixie's channel. And I shall see you all on the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye. Really like pancakes, this, no?